as fun as always, and that's like an inevitable fact. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's not always fun, but the fun is there. Okay, the fun is there. Just because it's not always fun, the fun is there, and therefore you should be able to see it because you deserve it. If you get my point, it's like you have your room for happiness. The only thing is that you need to search it or you need to accept it. Because some people have this room of happiness right in front of them, but they don't choose to accept it. And this is me talking to myself because I have a lot of time, been rejecting all of this, the grateful things that comes to me. I don't view it as something that I should be grateful when I should be, and that is why we as a human being mortal, we are not immortal. We are not immortal. Okay, we are mortal. So being bounded to this idea of death, we should also feel free or feel bounded to the idea that we deserve happiness and sadness, because sadness is also something that gives life meaning. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that without death, life has no meaning. And I think this applies to like every single thing. Like death gives life meaning. Every counterpart gives the other thing meaning. Like hate gives love meaning, and sadness gives happiness meaning. So you see how that works? I feel like if we weren't to have all the ugly sides of life, we won't be able to appreciate all the good parts in life, and that is where death comes in. Like knowing that we're gonna die someday, we're gonna have to make the best out of our time being alive. And this is probably not gonna be applicable to all, but considering my very small demographic, as Muslims, me as a Muslim, you too maybe, we are very much reminded about the idea of that we are going to die, and therefore we have to prepare for it because of the concept of the afterlife. And this is another beautiful thing about Islam and death in general, because if we weren't to have death, we wouldn't have a purpose on this world. We have something to prepare for. You get what I mean? If we were to be in this world forever without any sort of like no death, being Eternals. Oh my god, Eternals the movie is coming out. I'm so excited. Okay, back to the topic. Yeah, it wouldn't sort of like provide us a purpose, because I personally have found the moment that I like really strive to like improve as a Muslim, that is when I find myself living life, if you get my point. And I think that is something very beautiful. And the spiritual connection you have to life and death gives your life much more meaning. At least that works for me. So if you ever feel empty, consider getting closer to God. Yeah, I mean that's for me. I mean I can't lie. I've been not consistent. I mean, especially lately, I find it so hard to be like consistent in my spiritual endeavors. So it's like you gotta try. Yeah, you just gotta try. It's okay. I mean, it's okay to start somewhere. The most important thing is to start somewhere rather than not start at all. And okay, yeah, that's for the spiritual view of it, but overall it's just happiness and sadness is part of life, and without death we wouldn't be able to appreciate those things. Yeah. That is my point. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but I just want you to know that if you're ever being in a mental state where you think of death as an alternative, it's not. Death is something destined for you. You shouldn't never rush death. If you ever watch this TikTok, it's from Beef Ledger. I don't remember her name, but like um she said something like don't rush death, something like that, and then hashtag speaking from the heart, Beef Ledger. Yeah, that one. I'm not sure though. But yeah, her point is true. You don't rush death. Death comes to you inevitably. Unequivocally, I don't know. Child, get your vocabs correct. So yeah, death comes to you. You don't come to death. You don't rush death. You don't chase death, because death is always chasing you. It's getting closer to you every single moment. So for the time being, enjoy life for what it is. Make connections. Oh yeah, one thing though. Oh, this just came to my mind. Why death is so beautiful, again, is because it gives life meaning. And how does it give life meaning is by the moment you die, there's this sort of legacy, memory, or something that you leave to the people that are still living. People will remember you as someone for who you are when you were alive. And that will determine on how people will, either, first of all, importantly, pray for you and remember you and miss you and appreciate you for your existence. And I know this is a very cliche topic, and like, oh, we tend to appreciate things when they're gone only. But first of all, that's a human nature thing. You don't really, like, I mean, you can appreciate things when they are there, but it is only natural for you to truly, reminisce and miss every single moment you have with them once they're gone. So it's kind of like, yeah, a natural thing. So that is why death is so important, because death and life is so important, because the way you live will sort of like project on how people will perceive you and miss you and remember you as a person. And this is why it is so important to have like social connections. I mean, not necessarily like be nice to everyone. I mean, you should be nice to everyone, but not like try so hard to connect with everyone, create, I don't know, whatever, right? Just take the time or the opportunity you have in life to help people, to, give something, contribute something to society. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope I am. But yeah, that is my point. Give yourself meaning. Yeah, that's my point. Give yourself meaning. Death gives your life meaning, and life gives you meaning. So death gives you meaning. I'm not sure how that works. To my science teacher, I'm very sorry if I'm not using the concept of hypothesis correctly, but yeah, that is my point. Okay, so again, my point is to enjoy life. Just enjoy life. I mean, I think up till today, I still think that maybe I'm just better off dead, It's not something that you can like simply put away. I understand the feeling of I want to be dead so that I don't have to go through this, and I don't have to put everyone through everything, through all the bullshit that I put through them, you know? But that, again, as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't solve anything. In fact, it sort of like leaves you in a plot hole where you are continuously being remembered as the not so nice person. I mean, if you leave your problems unsolved by dying, okay? Instead, work on yourself. I mean, there are much more ways to improve yourself as a human being rather than dying. That will give you the satisfaction, the happiness that you deserve. You know, I constantly feel that I don't deserve happiness. I don't deserve whatever I'm receiving. I'm always like that. But, you know, try to shift that sort of like view on the idea of that just because you're a bad person, you know, life is what gives you the opportunity to change, and death is just going to pause the process, and then people is just gonna remember you as that not so nice person, you know? Improve yourself. That is the key. Dying is not a way. Okay? And in the time being, while you have time to improve yourself, go for it. Okay? It's not an easy journey. I've been trying to improve myself for like, I don't know. I have so many months post my final exam in high school to improve myself. Yet I'm still this wimpy kid stuck in this, I don't know, mentally detrimental mindset. And I've been trying, you know, I've been working out, I've been trying to be productive. Maybe that's for another day. Let's talk about that another day. Show to me. But yeah, it's not easy. Okay, so I am here with you. If you are on this journey of self-improvement, I'm with you. Like, we are all in this. We're all in this together. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. My point is that, okay, we are all in this together. Everybody wants something in their life. And while life holds on to you, make use out of it. Okay, so that's that for our topic for this week, or this episode. Basically, I'm not posting weekly, I guess. I hope you gain some insight. I'm sorry if I'm not making sense, or I'm sorry if I, in any way, because death is a very not fun topic, you know, especially with COVID. First of all, my condolences to everyone who has lost any of their close relatives. You know, we see people dying every day, and it's very sad. It's really sad. Some people that I know are dead. Sorry, I mean, passed away. Yeah, that is not a very kind way to say it, but yeah, this COVID thing has really took a toll on everyone, and deep from my heart, I really pray the best for everyone who's struggling throughout these times, and we'll get through it, okay? I have faith in you. Okay, so that's it for today's topic. Yeah. Hi, welcome. Okay, so I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for that segment, because I was just testing with this new microphone. I'm very new,